Well, welcome back to the Grudge Warlock Show. It's episode 611. It's Wednesday, October 5th, 2022, in the year of our Lord, ladies and gentlemen. Well, yesterday I actually got out of town. And well, I had business in Des Moines, which is, I don't know, hour 15, 20 minutes away. And I went up through Winterset, which is John Wayne's birthplace, and I saw the house he was born in. There's a cool looking museum. It's $20 to go in. I decided to wait until I come back with my wife to go through the museum. But I filmed all of that. It's the last few episodes. They're real short little videos, so people don't like the short videos, so no one's watching them. But I saw these really cool war memorials. There are war memorials everywhere in Iowa because Iowa always bears the brunt. There's a lot of soldiers in every war that are churned up, and it seems like a lot of people are taken from the Midwest into these wars. Anyway, so I saw these amazing war memorials, and in a video I put up yesterday, you can see them. There are several comic book stores in Iowa, and I decided to try this one that had just opened at the end of July, I believe. And you go in, and it doesn't look like a comic book store inside or out, because it's actually like a little place where you'd go to. It's right next to this new home development, and it's the building that you go in to sign your contract, and they show you what kind of carpet you can put in your cookie cutter house. It's one of those little showroom buildings, and it's they don't have any new comics because they figure everyone already has their pull list from, I guess, the big stores in Des Moines. So it's just all old comics, and not there's a few boxes of really old comics that I like, but some people consider comics from the 90s old, I assume. But anyway, yeah, I like the store. The guy that was in there is one of the co-owners. He's more of the sports card guy, and the comic guy wasn't there. But I picked up a few comics that I really shouldn't have, because I don't have any business spending money now. So anyway, I'm going to be getting a job. Hopefully, I've got that's why I was up in Des Moines. But I've been trying to sell paintings and drawings through the show, and I don't know. I probably just looking like I'm begging, so I probably should stop that. I don't think anyone else other than the few people that have responded are interested in buying any paintings. So, but if you are, I'll be willing to do a drawing, pen and ink, or a painting for you, or sell some of these ones I've got. Well, some of them I don't want to sell, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, Winterset, the town that John Wayne was born in, is an absolute time machine, perfectly preserved from, I'd say, 1963. You go in the Ben Franklin 5 and dime, there's the candy. They have the old plastic army men. It's not the exact molds from the 60s, but they have the plastic dinosaurs. They have a wall of model kits, Camaros and GTOs and Starship Enterprise, and they had little cardboard skeletons, a lot of John Wayne souvenirs. I got 2 cardboard skeletons a tube of rubber cement to repair the model kits that broke in the move. And what else did I get? I thought I got through that. Oh, and I got some kind of cardstock, 11 by 17, to do a sketch that's already been paid. Well, not a sketch, but a full-blown drawing for someone that's already paid for that. And I haven't been able to do it until I have the paint and I have the ink and everything. I just don't have the paper to draw on. So I was able to get that because this Ben Franklin had a lot of art supplies in it. And this morning I opened up the bag and I couldn't find the rubber cement. And I called the store and asked, did you find a tube of rubber cement on the counter that maybe didn't get put in the bag? And they said no. So I guess I'm out like $5 for a tube of rubber cement. I didn't fall under the seat in the car. I don't know what happened to it, but here, I'll show you what I'm talking about, those skeletons. Oh, and look what I found. I've been complaining about for months. This Pebbles Flintstone. Unbelievable. I thought she was gone forever. My mother-in-law had put her into a... let's see if I can show you the box. I thought it was an empty box, you know. Where is that? I don't even see it now. Oh, here it is. It's like a garage kit, Lily Munster. See this box? I thought it was just an empty box because it was always an empty box because I already have taken the kit out of it. And lo and behold, she'd put the Pebbles Flintstone into that box. Didn't know. So now the only thing missing is a big hot rod trophy, and that's definitely gone because it was about 2.5 feet tall, and it I don't know, either stolen or someone just didn't want to pack. I don't know, who the fuck knows. Anyway, so things aren't as bad as I thought. This Pebbles Flintstone's been found. We're listening to a roller rink version of the Hawaii Five-0 theme. Oh, the skeleton, that's what I was going to show you. See right here? These things, you don't see this stuff anymore. All you see is, if you go into Spirit, I don't think you're going to find old Beisel kind of decorations, but that 5 and dime that Ben Franklin had it. And I heard later that the people that run that Ben Franklin have put it up for sale, and they're hoping someone will buy it, but no one's offered to. And that'll be a real shame if that store disappears. Then I went into a Rexall drugstore that had a old-style soda fountain and grill. I'll eat at that next time I go there with my wife. And there I just bought a shirts and one of those no shirts, no shoes, no service signs that they used to have on every gas station. They don't have those anymore because there aren't hippies walking around barefoot without shirts on. But when I was a kid, I remember seeing those those signs. And the price tag on the back had turned like brown. It had probably been sitting there since the 70s in that rack. They had the only thing about the Rexall drugstore is they didn't have a magazine rack and a comic book rack. Of course, no one, as the guy was telling me behind the counter, no one reads anymore. If they had that, it would look perfectly preserved. Now, there's a Clint Eastwood movie that was filmed in that town called The Bridges of Madison County, and I haven't ever seen it because he doesn't kill anybody in that movie. So I figured it was a romantic, show for girls, but I want to watch it, and ironically, my wife doesn't want to watch it, but I want to see, it was filmed in that town, and I'm sure maybe they film inside those stores and everything. So, anyway, so that town of Winterset is only 50-something miles away. It just seems like a lot more with Biden's war on gasoline, And then Des Moines was unbelievable. There's another store that's supposed to be pricier than the one I went to, which was called High Five Comics and Sports Cards. Anyway, I'll show you what I got at the High Five Cards place and comics. And I got bags and boards that I found. I unpacked bags and boards, so I'm starting to get organized. I've made a lot of progress in the room. Let me show you. I'm on a little tripod. I got it. So you can actually see the floor now. I moved this modern television in to the room, and so this works. So I can hook it up to a DVD player. I don't have it hooked up right now, and watch like old Marvel superheroes cartoons on it. And so the comic book room's starting to come along. I've got more light now. I've got my Freed Powell painting up here. My Reptilicus poster, which is one of the things I feared was lost. I've got my autographs from Buck Rogers and Wilma Deering. And I just need to put some pictures up there because there's actual space on the wall that doesn't have pictures. That's not good. So let's see. I found this at a garage sale. It's a homemade. Someone repainted this lamp as as Gene Simmons, and she was selling it. She was kind of embarrassed at this garage sale, and I said, "This is amazing." She finally, after I complimented it enough, admitted that she was the one that had painted it. She didn't want to admit that. But anyway, so I have this, I guess you would call it outsider art. And so things are starting to come along. These are all my Silver Age comics. Let's see. And then here's all my Bronze Age and up here. I can't really even tell what you're seeing. These are books I need to put into the boxes. And anyway, there's a big Graphic Man party tonight, 4-color fossils show. So you need to, speaking of Graphic Man, here's one of his posters framed that I have up here on the wall. And there's another one. Betty has beheaded Veronica. Captain Marvel's autograph. He is not called Shazam. Don't ever fucking call him Shazam. Excuse my language. I don't mean to curse. So things are... And then I've got independent comics over here. I didn't make those signs. I wouldn't call them indie comics, but I guess that's what they're called. So I've got these posters that I was going to put down in the basement. I made these posters back probably in the 90s from magazines that I own. Oh, I found more Eerie Publications magazines that I forgot I owned the other day. I'll show you those. Excuse me. And there's a Headquarters Detective. Yeah, let me show you those. Where are they? Oh, there. I think I know where they are. Let's see, it's 1:35 at 2:30. Right Side Broadcasting goes live. There's going to be a Trump speech somewhere. Okay, here's an annual for Monsters of the Movies. This is Marvel Famous Monsters imitation. But it was well written. This is a good magazine. And look at this. It's really a great painting. It's almost like model kit box art. Let's see what else. Oh, then I found these are things I must have gotten at Duncanville Books back in the old country before we moved away from Dallas. This is Screen Thrills Illustrated, which is a Warren magazine. That was issue 4, I believe. And this is number 9. It's Famous Monsters, except without the monsters, but they've got the superheroes. That's from Flash Gordon. Isn't that cool, seeing it in color? Or color, painted. Here is number 8. Look at that. A great companion to Famous Monsters. It just never lasted like Famous Monsters. Is another copy. So I may show the same stuff tonight on Graphic Man, so hopefully I can find something else to show. This is pretty weird. When Mad in December 1985, out of nowhere, Harvey Kurtzman and Will Elder come back, and they're doing covers for Mad. See the signature there? It's pretty surreal that they came back to Mad. Supposed to be a big 60th anniversary issue of Mad coming out. Maybe it's already out. What do I know? That actually has new material in it, but I'm sure it'll be terrible new material. What else? Oh, here we go. Oh, here's another issue of Screen Thrills. Always like this guy's expression. If you like exciting movies, this is the new magazine for you. I used this new magazine for you a lot when I was making my, what do you call them, zines. I was making homemade magazines and selling them at record stores and stuff back in the 80s and 90s, and then I would make later as a school teacher. I would make magazines with my students and have them write, and I would do the production, art design, and I would use a lot of things. This is the new magazine for you. I wonder if I can. I can't get it just right, can I? He's too big. All right, well, hold on. This is good. This will probably be a good. It says someone is seen at the doorbell. It's probably someone walking their fucking dog. I gotta get it lined up. Yeah, Screen Thrills, Jim. Okay. So, here's an Erie Publications I need to add to my Erie Publications box, which is in the other room. It's Tales from the Tomb. November 1973. Let's take a look, shall we? See, the art goes right onto the back cover. They don't... But the ad is on the inside front cover, ironically. wonderful. Frankenstein, guns, and movies. What else is great? And a secret book safe. More guns, a skinhead wig, learning karate. You can get yourself a stiletto. Yes, all things that are great in life. Look at that. Great artwork, huh? Some artwork is repurposed, redrawn artwork from the 50s. This looks like it's newly done art. Because I don't, there's nothing about this artwork that strikes me as 50s. This artwork, on the other hand, does look like altered 50s art. So how are you guys doing today? It's a great day because in England, it's Whippet Lass's 60th birthday. Whippet Lass has been a longtime viewer of the show, and she sent me a message asking me to wish her a happy birthday. And happy birthday there in England. You guys should move here to the United States. We need immigrants here that will make this country great again. And they say the border is open and that all are welcome. That's what Brandon says. So come on in. Yes. Whippet Lass in England is very mysterious. I'm assuming she's probably like a punk rocker, about my age, and into all this cool culture, and probably one of not more than 3 female viewers of this show, because my wife doesn't even watch this show. My wife had to be told by one of her friends, it really looks like her husband's begging for money on his show. It's like, well, I didn't mean to. I guess I was. I kind of was nervous about money. I still am. But I got, they're selling macaroni and cheese for 19 cents at the Hy-Vee supermarket today. It's a special, so I picked up 4 boxes of that. So, let's see. Classic Horror Tales. It's a square-bound, thick issue. Well, this was marked $15, and the red dot, I think the red dot means it's half price, so I think I must have gotten this for $7.50, which is probably cheaper than a new magazine on the newsstand, I'm thinking. And look at that. You can get your reprints from Guandanaland or whatever, but it's nothing like the original, except Guandanaland, you're not going to get missing corners, I guess. It certainly delivers the first image I see inside. This is Classic Horror Tales, jumbo size. Oh, it's missing something at the top here, too. Oh, man, it's got all kinds of chipping. It's not Marvel chipping, it's Eerie chipping. Oh, this is pretty weird. You can get this is iron-on transfers for t-shirts, and you can get Eerie and Creepy, even though they're the competition. That's Warren. Oh man, this is fucking great. Look at this woman. Look at this woman taking off her head for the guy. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's more. Oh, I guess he ripped her head off first. I need to read this. Definitely 50s art. I think this Artist is named Howard Nostrand. Am I correct? Probably not. This is actually good art that we're suddenly seeing. Of course, it's all good. The name of the story is Yeah. Definitely EC influenced. And then this artwork looks very contemporary, contemporary to whenever this came out. I'm guessing, what, about 1973? Let's take a look. May 1977. I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. This came out the same month as Star Wars. I guess these are all. Yeah, this also looks like a newly done story. There's nothing 50s about that at all. Heads of Horror. Indeed. I might need to go make some Pop-tarts because I'm starving, man. My first instinct is just to run a block over to the supermarket and get a cheeseburger, but I better just save my money, man. So far, only one person's paid for his offer. And I need to finish. I need to work on the drawing for him. Here's Weird Vampire Tales. I don't know how much this cost. The blue dot, I forgot what that means. Silver Age Dave never puts the same tape back on. He always takes the tape and he makes this big giant ball eventually with it. And I need to probably start doing that, following his suit. I was doing that back in the old country. But things are I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel now, as far as getting things somewhat organized here. I mean, it's still in chaos. It's been since April I've been unpacking, but it's starting to get better. I started to explore beyond this town and see that this is a wonderful, enchanted land where things have stayed pretty much the same the way I like it. And yeah, this is definitely a new story, unquestionably. Fucking shit. Look at him. He's cutting this guy's head off. Hey, look at the head. The eyes are popping out. Does that really happen? Yeah, this also looks like new art. Yeah, that's new art. Look, you can see the crack of her ass. That's amazing. Here's Vampire. Yeah, these were hard to find when they originally came out because not many stores carried this stuff, man. Creepy and eerie, at least looked kind of dignified on the newsstand. They, with those Frazetta covers and the ones that weren't Frazetta were very well. This cover is detached from here to there. The mycomicshop.com always measured how far the cover is detached. That's, I'd say, good 5 inches or something. Gotta be careful. Well, those were, let's see, is there more here? Here's Weird Worlds. But before we, and then I have a copy of Nightmare, and then I can show. And then I'm going to show you what I got yesterday. Now that's a great painting. It. This is from Skywall. This is not an Erie Publications. But it's got some nice blood there. Okay. Hold on. I've got a. What can entertain you? It won't take me but 3 minutes to toast the Pop-Tarts. Now, if I knew what I was doing, I would pause the video and then I'd come back to you. But I don't know how to edit videos. I really don't. So everything I do is always one take, you know. If you ever want to come here and visit, you know, there's a guest bedroom and you can teach me how to edit videos. That would be much appreciated. Let you guys watch Drew sleep while I make some Pop-Tarts, and I'll be right back. They're not actually Pop-Tarts. They're Nature's Path organic tarts. They're cherry pomegranate and whatever. So I am. Oh look, I've got this. Look, I've got Graphic Man's Action Comics mashup here. I don't know if you're even seeing it. Isn't that amazing? So I didn't want to go all the way down to the basement to get a paper plate, so I'm going to eat these over a plastic cup so I don't get crumbs in the comic book room. So. All right. I hope Drew entertained you guys sufficiently. That's a good Batman angle. I like that. I try to do all my videos at an angle. Some of you were complaining about the bad camera work in the last video when I went into High Five comic books store. I want to call it High C, but High Five. I was tired at that point, and plus when there was a comic I didn't like, I kind of whooshed past it. I was kind of chronicling for my own benefit what I wanted to come back and get, you know. And I got some, well, the stuff that I got, I bought before I did the video, so you didn't see it in the last video. Anyway. These aren't very good. Milton the Toaster makes them better. I was looking at the computer at Zeroids, the prices they're going for. I think that was the robot I had when I was a kid. I think I had two of them. I remember they stopped working pretty quickly, but they sure were cool looking. It's 2:00 p.m. Yeah, if it's 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, 9 Central Time tonight, and you're watching this video, just stop it and come back to it later and go to Graphic Man's channel on YouTube. What you need to do is type in Graphic Man comic book, and then you'll find Graphic Man. If you only type in Graphic Man, it'll give you like Graphic Man hit by train, Graphic Man shoot up by lawnmower, and there'll be a bunch of bloody Graphic Man shot 40 times by the police. But that's not what you want. You want Graphic Man, the chap that talks about comic books on the internet. He's amazing. He's a great artist. He's a biblical scholar. He's written books. But you guys just know her from his comic book channel. Amazing. Great guy. last week. I guess it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. Myra Greenblatt showed up. Book. It was so amazing. It was an Erie Publications magazine, but it was a Western. Um, One of those true West magazines, but the cover was just one of these gory paintings, like the horror comic Erie Publications, and this Wild Bill Hickok type guy was just being shot, and the blood was exploding, and then this saloon girl behind him was exploding blood. And I actually found a copy on eBay and ordered it on Friday, and maybe it'll show up tomorrow. I need to hang more pictures right here. See, there's actual wall exposed. That's not good. And up here, there's wall exposed. That's embarrassing. So have you guys seen Bridges in Madison County? How is that movie? And I guess the covered bridges are very amazing to people. And they say this is the time of year to see them when the leaves are turning. Kind of trying to keep you guys from having to watch me chew. Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to get hungry. While I was in that comic store, at first I was the only one in there, and someone called and brought and then they came by and brought sports cards in just for the guy to buy. And this other guy, this younger guy, about 35, came in and bought he bought a slab of I think, John Byrne era Fantastic Four. I think it was either the first Frankie Ray or when Jean Grey comes back. Probably was that, because there's two that their covers kind of look the same. I think it was that one. So I guess that's some key issue that people collect. And he got a copy of The Punisher #1, the first of that long run, which was only $20, and 6-7 months ago that was selling. A comic store near me found 70 copies in mint condition in a box, and they were selling them 2 or 3 a week at $40 a piece on eBay. So I guess it's dropped in value. Sounds like Addams Family music. That's why I love it. wife doesn't understand why I like this old 1950s and 60s roller rink music. How do you explain how wonderful it is to someone that doesn't get it? But I don't think many people understand. That was a great, nourishing lunch. What was it? Cherry pomegranate? Pomegranate. Pomegranate. Is that what, didn't the Greek gods eat pomegranate? There was some, pomegranate had something to do with one of those Greek myths. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, let me see how fat I am while I'm in the amazing, what we call it, a bathroom. Yeah, yes, we call it a bathroom here in the United States. So let's take a look. All right. £248, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to lose weight. I stopped drinking soda fountain, soda drinks, soft drinks. Trying to. But need to get more exercise, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but you're here to see comic books. Weird Worlds from February 1971. What in the name of what is happening here? Oh, look, it's the Space Force. This might have been Donald Trump's inspiration. That's really cool. It's a key issue, ladies and gentlemen. The first appearance of the Space Force. There are people who are saying people think it's about outer space, but it's actually about cyberspace, and they're actually the Space Force is actually going through cyberspace and getting the goods on the bad guys that are currently running the government. I don't know. Weird Worlds, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely 1950s art here. And this is definitely 50s. Nuclear explosion. You know, this is as close as we've ever come, except for the Cuban Missile Crisis, to nuclear war, and it doesn't seem like it's really bothering anybody, and no one's talking about it. And then yesterday, the North Koreans sent a missile over Japan, and everyone was sheltering, and it barely even made the news. And then a Russian submarine went missing with a doomsday bomb on it, and that was only barely mentioned in the news, which I think was the plot of that Sean Connery movie, right? Anyway, this one's not in too great a shape. But what can you do, man? The people that bought these magazines were not collectors, more than likely. Because in February of 1971, you know, You could have been buying what, Swamp Thing or this, you know. The real collectors were buying the Bernie Wrightson art, the Neil Adams art, and I don't know what kind of Ed Gein, Jeffrey Dahmer kind of scum were buying these eerie publications, but they weren't respectable members of society, ladies and gentlemen. They were probably hoodlums on the street, bent over in a fentanyl stupor. Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at 68 pages of Twisted Tales of Terror, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great little subheading here. Yeah, you can't trust those redheads. Look at the back. You can get your glow-in-the-dark Barnabas Collins poster. It's they're trying to show you how this will glow using a black and white illustration, and it's not. Well, yeah, the sky is going to get a little brighter. Oh wow! Look at this artwork by John Severin. This ad, I think, originally ran in the cracked horror magazines. Horror House was Department 1515210. I'm going to look this address up. 18 East 41st Street, New York, New York. I'm going to look up that address. Oh, you can also get your pictures of David Cassidy and Bobby Sherman. I was talking about David Cassidy. My wife didn't know who he was, and she didn't know who Sean Cassidy was either. Sean Cassidy was horrible. I like David Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was horrible. And as I showed her, like, YouTube, who they were, you know, Partridge Family, and then that horrible younger brother that became popular when I was in junior high school with all the girls. But in her defense, she was born in 1978 at the height of Sean Cassidy's fame, and you know, someone into punk rock is not gonna know who those people are. Okay, 18 East 41st Street. One time I looked up the original offices of Warren magazines, you know, and found the building and everything's still there. Let's open a new window here. 18 East 41st Street, New York, New York. Let me make sure that was the right address. Horror House, 18 East 41st Street, yeah. Okay. Here it is, but I want to see. Get rid of this. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, Horror House. That is where. That's a tall shit. That's a tall building. Somewhere in there was the place where you sent your money. Horror House. You get your. I remember looking at this ad so much, you know, over and over again. Let's see. There's a big letter from the publishers, an open letter to our readers from Nightmare Magazine. Dear readers, it happened faster than we expected. Our aim from the beginning of the publication of Nightmare Magazine has been quality. The only direction we know how to go. Normally it takes quite a while to line up the best talent available, as there are many people to interview, write to, and make contact with. We at Nightmare Magazine fortunately have quickly assembled the greatest array of talent in the business, so our next issue will feature the works of many top quality writers and artists. The all original stories will make you fans of Nightmare Magazine forever. And we're going to keep the quality not on the upgrade with we're going to keep this quality on the upgrade with each future issue. Yours sincerely, the editors. That probably means they're going to be getting their art from Spain. Yeah, I bet the next issue it's all Spanish artists. Because, you know, this looks definitely like American art. The Massacre of Mankind. Is it 2:30 yet? And this has older stories too, you can tell. Damn. Now that's great. Great stuff. Oh, wow. Bill Everett, the creator of the Submariner, drawing the creature from the Black Lagoon. Definitely worthy of blowing up into a poster. Damn, that is fantastic. I remember that. That's great art. This is a great issue. It's the Circle of Circe. Who did the art on this? See that guy? Joe Biden's going to appoint him to the Supreme Court. Oh my freaking gosh. This is pretty much the stuff of nightmares here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. This would, this probably disturbed a few children. Look at that thing. Intriguing. Publishers Israel Waldman and Saul Brodsky. Editor Saul Brodsky. Artists Dan Adkins, Ross Andrew, Mike Esposito, Sid Shores, David Hadley, Bill Everett, Dick Richards. Writers Wayne Benedict, Marv Wolfman. This is Marvin Wolfman. Michael Friedrich, Noel Haven, Andrew and Esposito, Gardner Fox, and Phil Suling. Phil Suling. Yeah. But they don't really tell you what, they just give you the artists and writers, but they don't really tell you what stories they wrote. It's kind of odd the way they do that attribution. Well, let me show you the stuff I got yesterday, and then I need to head down and see whether, now we've got about 9 minutes before Right Side Broadcasting goes live. Well, I put together a stack, and then I negotiated the stack down to a smaller amount. There was a magazine, a comic, Tilly the Toiler, and if you watch that video, that last video I shot of High Five Comics, you'll see I really zoom in on the face of Tilly the Toiler because it means a lot to me, because my mother, all growing up, whenever she was on the phone, she would doodle women's faces. It was always a profile. And when I talked to my mom about comics, I talked to my parents about comics. My dad remembered buying Captain Midnight and True Comics, I think it was called. And my mom remembered Tilly the Toiler. And Tilly the Toiler, it turns out, I think is the face that she always draws, or always drew. And I still have, I've found lots of papers where she's drawn that, and I've saved them, you know. My dad also remembers having a Superman comic that showed the spaceship shooting off from Krypton. So I was thinking, oh shit, he probably had Superman #1, or maybe it was Action Comics #1, or maybe it's one of the times they retold it. But he remembered that panel specifically. Oh well. Anyway, I didn't. The Tilly the Toiler. I think they had $25 on it, and it's 70 years old, but you could see pages. It just looked like it would fall apart in your hands like a leaf in November, and pages hanging out of it. I tried to negotiate that in, but I finally just said, so I knocked that out. And just, anyway, let's take a look at what I got. I got a bunch of stuff from the dollar bin mostly that I'm about to look at really for the first time, because I just started heaping, and whenever I saw something cool in the dollar bin, I pulled it out, but I didn't really go through it to see, are there pages missing. I got this little thing. There were 2 copies of this. I got one of them. There was another little digest size Maisie, and I like Maisie. They had 2 of that one too, which is odd, but I'm gonna go back for one of those at some point. So this is some little clown dog. Dodo, Funny Animal Circus Comics. Look at how organized that I'm starting to be, man. Everything is just like right where I know where it is. 1951 by Nationwide Publishing Company. Yeah, it's Dodo, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I just liked it. This is it was 5 cents. Yeah, I don't know much about these little small comics. What do you guys know about them? That's something I got yesterday. I hope I don't have this issue of Command D already. I don't think I do. I picked this up. I got it knocked down a few dollars. Sergeant Rock's Prize Battle Tales. It's 80-page giant. There's a little bit of a spine split at the top. Great stuff. So, there's a tear in the back cover of this, which I didn't know about. Yeah, I would have notated that on the back of the board there was a tear on the back cover if I was. It's all right. It's all right. It's a copy of Ghost, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're starting to show in the Four Color Fossil show that'll be on tonight at 7, horror comics and stuff like that. So. I got some Wonder Womans that I don't think I have, but I probably already have some of these. This one, I'm not sure if I have it or if I have a little binder, little spiral notebook with this image on the cover. That's Wonder Woman 269 303 with this Gil Kane cover. Maybe I can make the Gil Kane alarm go off tonight with that. Okay, so 269 303. Here's 232. This is a great cover, 305. Okay. Here's, I don't think I have this. I'll find out in a little bit. I'll go see if I already have it. It's Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, number 212. Got a couple of Archies. That's Veronica number 1. And it's Betty and Veronica 325. Betty and Veronica's Law. Jeans with a perfect fit usually give the boys a perfect fit. This is it's okay, and then books from the, oh wait, what is this? This is an Archie. It's not in very good shape. It's got staple rust, but you don't see this very often. Cosmo the Merry Martian. Oh, Cosmo, can we stop that mad Dr. Beatnik from invading Earth? His armada from Mars outnumbers us. Astra, it looks bad for the poor Earthlings. What's this? Mars invading Earth? You'd better run to the nearest shelter if you want to finish reading this magazine. It's 10 cents. Cosmo the Merry Martian. They don't have a number on it. Let's take a look at it. I mean, I know it wasn't in great shape, but it's not much. Got it for less than $3. It's got like an identical tear on the back, almost identical to that. But the artwork is great. Damn, it's 2:30. Shit. I better get downstairs. It's fucking great art. Meet Dr. Beatnik. I think that there's a book that reprints all the Cosmo comics. This is number Volume 1, number 6, October 1959, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a bunch of dollar comics like this that I'll show you in here in a second. But we've got a Donald Trump coming on television, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? Charles Hancock, ladies and gentlemen. I've been working real hard on getting everything where it needs to be, and it's starting to come together a little bit. Starting to look a little better here. I'm organizing this stuff. There's the Christmas tree. Okay. So let's see what's going on here.
Even during the course of this trial, he's delegitimizing it on his show, and at the same time, he's selling products on the website.
I felt like I was in the middle of an infomercial.
Okay, that's a perfect place to stop. We're how far in? 2 hours, 15 minutes. Okay. All right. So, don't worry, this won't take long. I'm on the Rumble app. So, I just need to go to RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm moving that tiki bar up to the 3rd floor. That's one thing I'm doing. Where's RSBN? Come on. Hold on. Maybe my wife unsubscribed to it. Now I've got to. This is a pain. I'll just type in Trump. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? It's a wonderful day. He's gonna, let's see, 2:30. Oh man, what the fucking hell? Right. So Forrest, give me a call. Let me know what your plans are. If you're watching this, and as soon as I finish this episode, I'll start working on that drawing for Mr. Goris. And you never can tell when the episode's going to end because it usually just ends abruptly because whenever the phone runs out of memory, the episode ends. And broad, why the hell is this casting? Well, one of our favorite restaurants here locally closed for the season. It closed September 30th. It's a place called Dairy Sweet, and it'll reopen after the winter is over. It's a little tiny place, not much bigger than a photomat. It's built in the 50s, and I guess it's not that well insulated. And the kids that run it are back at school. Oh, I misspelled. Damn it. So it'll come back. So yeah, we'll look at the dollar comics here in a second. Um, okay, so I've typed in right side broadcasting. And now I'm getting this. Um, those are the Trump rallies, I guess, coming up this weekend. This would have been so easy if it had the bright side broadcasting hadn't been taken off the menu. They don't make it easy to see these things. Gosh darn it. I know we were subscribed to it, man. Am I just not seeing it?
Absolutely. I mean, at this point in time, you see that
I don't know what the how to even
millions of parents
drive me crazy.
they want to go ahead and
Um,
the arbiter of or want to be the parents themselves, right? It's unfortunate they're trying to indoctrinate them with ideology to make them good little proponents of their agenda. And at the end of the day, it's the parents up to the parents to be able to effectively change.
well, let's see. Maybe I can entertain you guys with something.
Tell them, look, okay, we're going to teach you reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's what it should be. That's what it used to be about. And we
This
can get it back to that. And
child's
for the sake
drum
of our children, for the sake of
from the
the values of
50s.
what's right and what's fair and morality and reality, we have to protect our children at all costs.
Yeah, Jesse Jane, also want to get your
It's
take
a
on
poster
this.
for Monster on the
Republicans
campus.
led by Indiana Congressman Jim Banks are vowing to go after the woke military if they win in
Astounding
the
She
midterms.
Monster.
Banks telling military
I'll do a tour of the house soon, and where I hold the camera the other way, where I can actually see what I'm filming, and then it'll. This is driving me nuts. Man, I gotta figure this out. All right. Now, let's see what we got. Yeah, it's like the world is absolutely falling apart. I can't even believe what's happening. And people just keep going like nothing's happening. It really is just like we're watching a movie. Oh, there it is. President Donald J. Trump delivers remarks at Hispanic Leadership Conference. And it goes to a black screen. Okay, live. October. All right, well, he's not going yet. But when it happens, I guess it'll be right here. All right. Maybe it'll notify me at the top of the screen. Sorry, guys, that was probably very boring for you. Let's take a look over here. All this stuff needs to be organized. I just got stuff thrown here. There's a Monsters coach. There's the Dragula. This was built and painted by my friend Joe Riley. And this is just one I found at a garage sale. These are very tough model kits to build because they're so small and the pieces are so little and delicate. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason as to why things are as they are. But this is the state of things as of today, October 5th, 2022. It's my childhood teddy bear wearing my t-shirt for the Hemisphere, or it's a sweater from the Hemisphere in 1968, the World's Fair in San Antonio. And that was actually handed down to me by my older brothers. It's a picture of my wife when she was a little girl. Joe Riley painted this scorpion. There was another car. I don't know. I swear there was another car that disappeared. I painted this Vampira. And, anyway, it really sucks that tube of model glue that I bought yesterday at Ben Franklin, that it just magically disappeared. Now, because I really wanted to fix some of the model kits upstairs that kind of got, they were delicate and they weren't packed right or whatever happened to them. All right, let's go look at those dollar comics before I run out of time on this recording. I guess Trump doesn't start talking till, well, it said, was it 3:30 Eastern? Look at this. She was naked in the original painting, and they painted on like a cave girl cloth there. All right, so Cosmo was not in the dollar bin. It was a $3 comic. But, you know, I love Martians, and yeah. You see a 10-cent comic from the 50s for $3. And there's a lot of other books I need to go back and get at this store. This was a $1 book. I'm going to put it in another bag. which I can actually do now that I found bags. You know, it's a dollar, but it's readable. It's cool. Little Audrey TV Fun Time #1. Oh, great. Yeah, there's a page torn out. That's why it's in the dollar bin. I should have checked. Well, there's still a lot of, I'm justifying, there's still a lot of great stories in here to enjoy. But, shit. Some pages are torn. Oh well. It's a dollar. This was also a doll in the dollar bin. I mean, I went through the dollar bins and I got all the older books out of the dollar bins. So this one seems to be intact. The Pioneers by James Fenimore Cooper. This is also in the dollar bin. Look at that face. It's 15 cents. Speedy Gonzalez. Damn it. It's a torn page. Fuck. You know, I was in such a frenzy. Anytime I saw an older book, and I should have known they weren't going to put something this old in the dollar bin unless it was totally fucked up. Let's see if this little Lulu is all fucked up too. They're all probably from the same collection, more than likely. They look like these are all from the same person that brought in these older comics. And what it is, it's someone, you know, that probably took care of them, and then their little brother got a hold of them years later and started tearing the books up, is more than likely what happened. So far, little Lulu looks intact. Yeah, it's okay. Dell Comics are good comics. It's a 10-center. It's September 55, Volume 1, number 87. Yeah, this is the whole deal. Dell Comics are good comics. Important. See Dell's pledged appearance, because this was right. They didn't use the comics code, but this is the pledged appearance that we're not going to have rotting corpses and violence and big boobs. A pledged appearance. The Dell trademark is, and always has been, a positive guarantee that the comic magazine bearing it contains only clean and wholesome juvenile entertainment. The Dell Code eliminates entirely rather than regulates objectionable material. That's why when your child buys a Dell comic, you can be sure it contains only good fun. Dell Comics are good comics is our only credo and constant goal. Hold on a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What am I thinking? This is a 10-cent book. It's Dell as well, and I'm thinking it's going to fit one of those bags. No, it won't. Okay. Richie Rich, number 50, 12 cents. How many pages will be torn out of this? So far, it's looking good. You got your little dot. Oh, and I also have a Captain Marvel #1 coming. The Marvel Captain Marvel from '68. It's coming from Englentine from an auction, and he was going to get that out Monday. Now that's assuming that everything was back to normal, because he lives in Florida, and whether or not the post office was open on Monday for him to mail it. So it could arrive tomorrow, or it could take a few more days. This is Little Lulu number 99 from 1956. Again, they're promising Dell Comics are good comics. They still have the pledged appearance. Yeah, they must have rebelled against the comics code. And they figured we don't need it. We never had that shit in our books. So we're never. This was in the dollar bin. It's beat up. I'm hoping it's all intact. It's a great cover. He's just throwing this guy. What is he saying? Superman's gone mad. Instead of arresting me, he's killing me. Well, maybe you fucking deserve it, you son of a bitch. If Superman's doing that, he must have a good reason. Yeah, this is perfectly good reading copy. This is one I don't see very often. 20-cent era is a wonderful time period. Just so great. You should superimpose Hunter Biden's face on it. Now this was one I would love to see in the dollar bin. Let's see if it's fucked up or not. Number 14 of Wendy the Good Little Witch. With this ad where they actually show a photograph of what these look like. That's great. That's at least honest advertising. Look how cute Spooky used to be drawn. Look at his eyes. They later changed the way he was drawn. Here he kind of looks like a dog. Yeah, the further you go back, this is 12 cents, but it's going to be early 60s. Okay. See, what they would do is they'd have a one-page story, and then they'd have an ad, and then there'd be another story, and that one that was torn, someone tore this whole page out. Okay, let's see what this is. 19th October 62. A little more than a year before Kennedy was killed. I watched on Netflix this Marilyn Monroe movie. It's like 3 hours of. I have to say it's well shot. This lady they've got playing Marilyn Monroe looks like Marilyn Monroe. There are shots that look so. The colors, the grain of the film, some shots are in black and white. I mean, they make it look very authentic, but then it's all just slander of her, and it's a pretty tasteless movie and pretty uncomfortable movie, to watch. But I just had to see, what is the current state of cultural Marxism as they try to tear down everything that's loved and sacred to Americans. This is a reprint of Sergeant Fury 47. It's issue 142. It's worn, but it was $1. This issue of Cobra number 6. Have that particular Rudolph. I don't think I have the first Rudolph Treasury giant size, the one that's really valuable. I have that in the closet. I got that when I was in 2nd grade. This is all intact. Cobra number 6. Is that it? That might be it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess I wish I had more interesting stuff to show you. Let's see. Oh, here's some stuff. Oh, here's an issue of The Rook. It hasn't been put in the box yet. The Rook was really well written and well drawn, as I recall, and was not as R-rated, PG-13 kind of as the other Warren books. Here's Savage Sword of Conan number 17. And number 21. I need to get these filed. Here's Kull and the Barbarians number 3. So it also has Red Sonja and Solomon Kane. Yeah, I went to the Half Price Books in Des Moines. I think it's actually called Clive, Iowa, but there's a big water tower that says Des Moines, so I guess that's a suburb of Des Moines, but it was like a Half Price Books in Texas, but maybe I didn't look that long. I looked in the nostalgia section. I was trying not to find anything because I didn't want to spend any more money. So, and I need to get back home. But it didn't strike me as being as cool as the ones back in the old country. It might just be that Half Price Books is as cool as the local area and the people that are selling books to it. In a Half Price Books, you could go into it and there's nothing there. Well, rarely would that happen, but the next time you go in, someone's come in and sold some amazing stuff, and all of a sudden it's a magical world. But they had some Doc Savage books, but you know these later Doc Savage books where they have two of the original Doc Savage stories in one book, they were selling like $25, one was $40. Are they that valuable? I need to ask. I need to ask Charlton 66 if they're that valuable. I had no idea. But they're not as visually interesting with the split covers. But I don't know. Maybe they're more rare or something. And they had a few Mad paperbacks that I already have. But at least there's a Half Price Books. It's just there's certain things I can get there that I need. Okay, let's go downstairs and see what's going on in the downstairs area. Yeah, this room's starting to look nice. I'm starting to like it. In a few days, I'll do a walkthrough, and once I get things a little more organized, and that should be good. I've got a friend who was talking about visiting possibly this weekend, but I haven't heard back from him. Okay, let's see if Trump is coming on yet. This is all very important to me, but I don't think most people are like me. I think most people could care less about this. I don't know what's going. No, it isn't. What time is it supposed to be? Um, Keynote speaker, 45th President of the United States. Um, it's in Miami, Hispanic Leadership Conference. Um, okay, I guess it's just not going yet. Let's go back up and look at more books. Let me take this game upstairs. Every time I come into a room, I try to change something, like taking this Civil War game upstairs, Battle Cry. It's one of the games I used to play with my older brothers. If I just change one thing in every room I go to, then eventually things will start looking nice. Maybe if I go sometime back to that comic store I went to yesterday and just spend hours looking around, maybe I'll meet people that are into comics that are here locally. So, because right now all my friends are in other parts of the country or even other parts of the world. And there's a guy, Stanley J. Kirby, that lives, I think, up north of Des Moines. He was going to come visit, but hasn't been able to yet. So at least I know somebody that shares my interest up here. And there may be people here locally that I just don't know yet. I'm gonna put this. I got two skeletons came in that pack yesterday at the Ben Franklin. But you got to find a good place to put him up. I'm going to move the tiki bar up into this room. This kit over here is a bunch of model kits, mainly that I need to fix with that glue that magically did not show up here. Yeah, this kitchen's in a state of chaos here. I gotta know what all this shit is, man. Oh, here's another Halloween decoration. I was putting some of the Halloween decorations over here. This is where the previous owners had the washer and dryer, but I have a bunch of DVDs and CDs here. I turn on the light, but I don't think it's working. I just need to get up there and fix it. Okay. So, put this here. I don't know. Oh, here's a thermos for Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I don't have a model kit. I just have this thermos, I think. Yeah. I got some. There's the Pebbles and Bam Bam, Marvel Superheroes, the Bugaloos. Of Croft Super Show, Betty Page, G.I. Joe. I got a lot of work to do, actually, more than I really realize. Okay. Whoa, Drew, don't go in the comic room. Drew, this isn't good for you. Drew, let's go this way. Come on. Drew, this way. Drew, this way. Drew, come on, this way. Drew, this isn't doggy proof yet. I broke a glass over there. I need to get the glass up. I don't want her getting glass in her paws. Come on, let's go. I didn't break it in anger. It just fell off the desk. Drew, this way. Drew, come here. Drew. Come here, Drew. There we go. Drew, I'll be right back. I gotta show a few comic books to these morons. Let's see. Yeah, what else can I show you? Oh, I know what I can show you. Here's some, here's modern Walt Disney's comics and stories.